Welcome. Yesterday interactive session has resulted into a blissful journey. The point under focus had been how to know more and more, and its answer is learn to ask why and also learn to respond high. How many questions one can ask to the why base of any provision of law will naturally lead to more and more knowledge about it. Start raising questions, start asking why, and also start compiling responses and also be parallel with this unfolding process. We are having 20 statutes. Take these statutes one by one. Start asking as to why this statute at all. What is its legislative history? What is its preamble? What are its aims and objectives? Whether aims and objectives should remain as these are, whether this set of aims and objectives of this statute deserve to be revisited. If I am put up with an exercise to rewrite the preamble, whether I will be in a position to make different text for this preamble, then how far this statute is successful to achieve the aims and objectives of the statute itself. Which of the provisions of this statute stand amended, then why, and why other provisions have not been amended, whether this statute deserves to remain on the statute book at all. If this statute is to be replaced, then what are the projections? The response to these questions should be very high. It should be high to meet the why. The why is a situation, a mental state, a mental reaction. Even why is to be there, and how high is the high as well are the questions. These are responses. So the question how to know more and more, and its answer to learn to ask why and to respond high, whether this question and answer shall remain as such. Why we are anxious, desirous, curious for knowing more and more, whether knowledge is just a set of facts, whether it is just an information, or whether it is a process, whether it is compilation, whether it is just having store for more and more information. The ancient wisdom response C, how high it is. Veda means knowledge, and Veda means to know and to be of the state of known are both inherently inbuilt in Ved. So, knowledge and the process to know is interlinked. This interlinking also brings to focus the justification for the logic. The substantive laws and procedural laws are interlinked. How the procedure becomes a substantive layout, whether there can be substantive justice without a parallel procedural justice, whether in the absence of procedural justice there can be a substantive justice. These and the connected aspects of justice delivery system, the justification of the laws, justification of amendments of the laws, the justification of insisting upon enforcement of laws, the justification for following particular procedural steps to reach at the substantive justice, and all connected very large sequence of why and very big reservoir of high response is awaiting for each one of us, whoever visits these statutes. These statutes be taken up one by one. Let there not be a sequence. Pick up one statute and connect it with another statute. See the limitation, the law of limitation, the provisions of limitations applicable, say, at the stage of appeal, but not applicable at the stage of suits. Why? Whether law of limitation deserves to remain on the statute book. What role is being played by the law of limitation? Whether limitation at all should be there. Why the valuable rights of the individual get extinguished because of lapse of limitation for initiation of the proceedings. How long there shall be a limitation for a particular suit, particular litigation. Why there shall be a limitation for the crime's punishments. Why particular crime be permitted to get extinguished after a particular period. Why the records are to be preserved for a particular period. It means no limitation for preservation of the records. Whether there can be immortality for the records, or we capable of retaining records for time to come, for all times to come, whether destruction of the records be permitted. And like that, why I am aspiring for a judicial service, whether I am capable for being selected, whether there are reasons beyond my control which will come in my way for I being blessed with the grace of the goddess of justice to be a member of a judicial family. Why I want to be a member of a judicial family? And there are questions and questions. Learn to ask questions, learn to respond high. It is only by raising questions and by coining answers, it is only by conceiving, it is only by glimpsing that there will be proper response. Whether the response is high or not in itself is a question. And why such a question? Thank you very much.